Hi there, it's Sarah from Inspire Tarot. Welcome back to the channel. So today we have the Ten of Cups, the Four of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So we have two Cups cards, which is focused on creativity, beauty, altruism, collaboration, friendships, and then the Four of Wands, which is also about collaboration and celebration. So one of the wonderful things about life is connecting with our fellow humans. I know it can cause us many consternations and difficulties quite often connecting with other people, but deep down we long for that oneness, that wholeness that comes from connecting with other people. It's a wonderful feeling when we find people who are on the same page or who are on the same path, who have the same interests, who we can connect with and talk to. One of the things I like about life is trying to get on the same page as anyone with various different topics, because underneath the desire for collaboration and connection is the remembrance of oneness. And I feel quite often we all crave this feeling of oneness and connection, and we go about it in very convoluted ways. You know, we're always looking for people who are on the same path, and then the ego will kind of drag us into not liking people who are not on the same path. But if we think of ourselves as all on the same path when it comes to all wanting the same thing, all wanting to feel loved and safe and included, then we can kind of go about life with that purpose in mind, that we want to be inclusive and loving, and we want to just feel that kinship with everybody. So one of the ways that we can do this is by working on a project with somebody, or working in a job with someone, or in a community, or a hobby, anything really where we get to be with people of a like mind. We also get to work with people or spend time with people who may trigger us. Now, without the spiritual training, we kind of think, oh, if people trigger us, then we see them as bad and we gossip about them and slag them off. And we kind of go in completely the wrong direction when it comes to trying to achieve what we want to achieve, which is harmony. And we always see that it's the other person that's the problem, that's keeping the harmony from us, without really realising that it's on us to see people differently, to understand people differently, and to care about people. One of the quotes from A Course in Miracles that I particularly like is, "When you want only love, you will see nothing else." And I think that's a really bold and amazing statement. You know, it's very easily for us to think, well, I want to love you, but you're behaving like a monster. But we all behave like monsters at certain times. And we always want people to be compassionate with us when we make mistakes. So really we want to foster a way of thinking and a way of being with other people where we're compassionate with them about things they don't do and don't do. Now, that doesn't mean that we just tolerate people doing anything they want to us, but it does mean that we go through life with this kind of forgiveness and this acceptance that everybody's doing their best, and not to think ill of people when they're struggling, and in the same way that we don't want people to think ill of us. So anything that we do as a community is helpful for this training the mind and for joining. And I know as human beings we can go about it in the most crazy of ways. Even we kind of want to desperately be involved and included in something, but we push it away. We push it away because the fear of love is so intense in us. We really don't realise how uncomfortable we are with intimacy, with being vulnerable and wanting to share details. So if you find a group of people who you feel like you can be yourself with, particularly say a spiritual community where the focus is very much on being authentic, speaking your truth, sharing private thoughts and things that you really feel that you shouldn't be saying because people will vilify you for these things. But if you find a spiritual community where this kind of thing is welcomed, then you can open up and talk about things that matter to you. It can feel like a problem shared is a problem halved. And we all get to see that it's really the same ego nonsense that we keep to ourselves. The ego is very good at telling us that, this problem that you have it alone and nobody else has it. And then we kind of keep it to ourselves. Whereas the spirit wants us to open up and share about the things that go on for us. So we really can see that we're all on the same page. We all have the same issues, and that it's safe to open up. And it does make everyone feel closer when they feel accepted for who they are, knowing that things that they struggle with, other people struggle with too, and that it's very helpful not to keep it a secret. So you can have enormous fun collaborating with other people, and then you get to celebrate in ways that are good. So you might be celebrating a piece of work that you've done, or an award that you've won, or you may just be going out celebrating as a group, socially. There's many different ways that collaborating and being together as a group is helpful. And I think especially if you're focused on something, a passion project, for example, in the spiritual community, everybody is focused on waking up and remembering their oneness. So the aim of the game really is to let go of anything that makes you feel separate, any kind of guilty secrets. This can definitely feel challenging to do. We do have to find the right tribe. We may have found over the course of our life that sharing things with people who are not on the same path means, especially vulnerable or personal things, you may find that other people gossip about you, or people are not tolerant of you and express their own judgments and things. Whereas in the right environment, people will be very tolerant of the kind of things you say, and if you're completely authentic and honest. And it's really all about finding your tribe, finding people who are on the same page. And if you have this desire, then the spirit will involve you with people and groups that also share the same goal. It doesn't have to necessarily be in a spiritual community. There's many other communities and places where people are kind of on the same page and have the same priorities. They just simply want to feel included. They want to be doing something that brings them happiness and joy. They want to be extending to other people. So maybe creating something that other people can benefit from. Just a way of giving back that feels fulfilling, that's enjoyable. So yeah, I would say find your tribe, find your passion, and go forwards, and just get stuck in and open up, and just try over time to be more open and honest. And you'll see that the more open and honest you are, the more other people that will be attracted to you are open and honest, and you experience this deeper intimacy, which is really pleasant and just helps you feel safer and more close to God and the other people in our lives. Right, that's my reading for today. I hope this helps. See you soon. Bye.